going to save you money. And they'd be like, cool, I'll give that a go. But we're definitely finding from being on the ground and talking to people about this, it doesn't seem to be the thing that people are really that.
No, it's not. I'm going to start this one off today. Adam is usually the podcast host. I'll start this one off. He gave me a little bit of silence. So, hey, what's happening, guys? It's been a busy week.
Been a good week. We got a
It's
lot
been
to
great
get
week.
through. I have the full list in front of me of the stuff that we need to get through and talk about.
It's been a good week.
It's amazing. We were thinking, God, we haven't done this, haven't done this, haven't done this. We just wrote down everything that we've done, and we've both gone, damn, we've actually achieved quite a lot in those 7 days. So
Sometimes it's easy to disregard what you've done, all the little bits and the little pieces, but it all adds up to achieving a lot. Little things just add up quick, don't they?
well, number one, Serenium AI has been incorporated in the Canadian lands.
It has indeed.
Both of us are directors now.
We are indeed.
We just need to sort out the GST, the tax, etc. And then that's
We do indeed.
that's established.
That is the last thing to do. So yeah, set up the corporation's done. Yeah, like you say, GST business, go set up a bank account.
It's definitely like so much more different than the UK ones. UK one, you can literally go, I need that, bang, it's done.
In terms of what business setup,
Setting up a company in the
Yeah.
UK is much slicker or quicker than it is here.
Yeah, it is.
Because we went through the full process and there's about 5 forms to fill in. You've got to do what's called a nuance report and just make sure that your name isn't taken and it's allowed to have. Whereas in the UK, you look at Company's House, does someone have this name? No.
And like you said, accountants set businesses up in the UK. That's not a thing here.
That blew my mind.
Yeah, when you were like, because I have set up a UK business. It was a while ago. Most of my businesses out in our 2 businesses are out in Canada. So we've obviously just done most of our things here, and you're like, let's get the accountant to register the business. Like, they just don't do that here.
No.
It's obviously different. But in the UK, you get the accountant company does your business setup as well.
They do everything.
Yeah.
My accountant does everything.
Mm-hmm.
But here, you've got a lawyer that sets it up, then you've got an accountant that does your books, and then you've got a minute book that you have to store everything in. It's just great. Like, probably a good thing, I'm not sure, but there is definitely some differences between the UK and Canada at the moment.
Every country is different. As you know, I've lived in so many places, and every place you go to is different. New Zealand.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Australia, they've all, even the way that you set up bank accounts. And thing is, if you don't leave home, realistically, someone your age has probably never really, the average person probably never actually set up a bank account, because their parents set up a bank account and then they use that bank account. So until really you either have kids and set up them a bank account, or change bank accounts, or move to a different country, you don't realize how much, what goes into that. Most of the time it's pretty simple, but you're just interested to see how different every country does it.
Well, we've sped through it and it's all good. We're on the right path. And some really good news. Clients already underway, mate.
They are indeed. Clients are coming.
After talking to that bloke in the gym today, he was a barber, and he said, "Oh, come over, get a haircut." And I thought, good. I mean, you need some haircuts right now.
Badly need a haircut. That's why I got a hat.
Yeah, fair play. And I was saying that we obviously run the AI business, done a marketing company, and he essentially said, yeah, Canada's behind. And I thought, there is opportunity in this space.
Yeah.
I appreciate we might be ahead of the curve right now in this particular location, but I reckon if we can inject ourselves into a couple of businesses, show some results, then that will give us an open door opportunity to start snowballing.
Well, then it just means when they're more readily available for the implementation of AI, we already have them as clients, whether that's ads, whether that's websites, whether it's SEO, whatever it is. Then we can say, let's have another look at your business. Where are the holes? Where are the bottlenecks? And then how we can improve their businesses that way. So it's definitely a nice time to come to Canada and lock in, because there's a lot of changes coming in the world, and the good thing is you can see it happening in other countries faster, and then you can learn from that and then implement it slightly differently into Canada.
So we've got the renovations company.
Yeah.
That they are full website build, ads, speed to lead agent, most likely when we get that. Because when you've got ads coming in, bringing people in, you need to hit them leads immediately.
Yeah.
So that's where the speed to lead voice agent is going to be super imperative.
Well, it all kind of flows in a one, doesn't it? Okay, let's say if you run ads, okay, if you Sweet, let's run ads. Okay, where they're going. Okay, you need a nice website, you need a nice landing page. Okay, let's say someone converts on the website. Okay, then what? If you don't have a system set up, an automatic system that deals them straight away, probably 40 to 60% we find of people that fill in a contact form, if you don't get back to them within the hour,
Oh, bro, it needs to
one,
be
they're not
5
hot.
minutes. 5
Yeah.
minutes. It
Yeah,
can't
one, they're not
be
hot.
an hour.
Yeah,
That's a joke.
of course, you need systems. So every step needs to be optimized. Otherwise, there's just a leak in the bucket,
Mm.
and you can't just consistently keep moving that leak. They all need to be, plugged up properly.
And there is a funny story about what we've done so far to bring in people, and we can talk about the concrete guy that we mentioned, but we'll speak about him in a sec. But so we've also got that renovations product. We've got the tiling company.
Yeah, again, website build, AI, receptionist just to deal with phone calls they don't want to answer. Um, on his knees all day, tiling walls, doing this, doing that, dealing with contractors. A lot of people don't want to answer the phone. They don't start businesses to be receptionists. They just want to do their job, spend their time on what they're good at, and they want to answer the phone. So it's just a quick email summary, boom, sends it. Then he can deal with it at the end of the day or whenever he needs to.
Yep.
So yeah, just working on that one. And then the immigration company is gonna be, again, that's speed to leads. So no, that's AI voice receptionist. They currently don't have a phone number because they don't want to deal with people on the phone because the amount of
I can imagine the spam you'd get. So
spam.
if you have a mobile phone number available that people can just give a ring to.
Yeah. Well, they implemented a number beforehand, and they said it's just so much wasted time. So let's have a website contact form and deal with them that way. So now we'll just set up a phone number one on the website, two on the Google business profile. So people can ring, it'll qualify them, and then it'll, say if you're qualified, yes or no, but they will get back to them if so. So you don't have to get back to everyone. Email summary, deal with the good leads that come through. And unfortunately,
Goodbye to those that aren't qualified.
Unfortunately, it is though, isn't it? Because unfortunately, businesses don't get paid with unqualified people.
No.
So, yeah, that's that.
So an interesting story that happened the other day, because I'm looking at a car at the moment. So I've
Oh, I
got.
didn't know. Are you looking for a car? I didn't know.
So I have been trawling marketplace for so long, and it just got to the point where I was like hitting my head against the wall, and then I found a car, and I thought, oh, it was that Fiesta that I spoke about last week,
Yeah.
and went to see it. Then I looked at all the problems that were with it, and actually it would cost me an extra, almost double, just to fix all the problems that came with
Yeah.
it. And then the dealer got in contact with me, and he said, "I've got this car for you." So we've gone there, and whilst we're in there going through the paperwork for this car, because really nice car, gets you where it needs to go, SUV, so the 4-wheel drives. But we were talking about the receptionists, and we were saying, "Oh, do you ever get calls like this?"
Well, the thing is, like you say, it's the good idea is having a load of test ones available. You can just go, give this a quick ring, see what you think of this.
Yeah.
The thing is, 100% of people so far are so impressed of like the latency, how quickly it replies, the thought process. And I mean, even I am when obviously, once you start building the agents, after spending a bit of time and figuring out the prompt, blah, 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 you go, oh, that's really good. But sometimes you do the first prompt, you test it the first you go, that is good. It
Yeah.
may not be 100%, but wow, that's impressive. It's like,
Well, the beautiful thing was, we said, "Oh, look, why don't you listen to this?" And then we showed him one of the HVAC ones we'd done, and he listened to it and started talking to it, and he was like, "Well, is this a real person?"
I know. We actually told him. We actually told him it's an AI voice. He's like, is this a real person? Yeah, that is
And
good.
he just said, "I thought it would be sound way more robotic." And
Yeah.
you could see that penny drop
know.
moment that you just know this is opportunity right now. And then he was saying, we said, "Oh, if we set you up, well,
Yeah.
would you use it?" And he was like, "Yeah, 100%."
And then we showed his colleague. He was
Yep.
on the phone to it and dealing with it, looking at and then I showed him like a summary that comes through. He's like, wow. He was like, we've been in contact about that.
Yeah.
So we set one up for them to and the actual owner of the dealership. So once you go in and buy your car, we can
can see what happens.
get them to give them a ring and see what happens. Yeah.
we've been sitting down and realized this is actually what do we want to call this, because it's such a good product. And I posted out some videos on it on my profiles, and I can see that we're getting some good attention from calling it Aria.
Mm-hmm.
Aria just happened to be the name of one of the agents that we created, and Aria seems
Yeah.
to have stuck quite nicely.
Yeah.
I've seen other people are branding things of different names. I thought, why don't we brand it? And we've set up a landing page so you essentially we can funnel traffic
Yeah.
there through the ads to push people down through, so they can actually see how much they're losing from the
Of
jobs.
course.
What's the benefit of using it? Why would you use it? Fill in the form.
Yeah. Yeah, landing page is basically done. It's got to figure out the bottom footer, the final CTA, and then just test it out. The thing is, like we said before, literally, yesterday we had a bit of a discussion of, it's the in that we're the overarching goal of, okay, marketing automation we got down, but it's what's the initial in.
Mm.
Um,
Because when you lead, for some reason, there was part of me that thought someone's going to hear a voice receptionist, don't have to take the calls, it's going to save you money, and they'd be like, cool, I'll give that a go. But we're definitely finding from being on the ground and talking to people about this, it doesn't seem to be the thing that people are really
doesn't
that.
no, it's not. It's not. It doesn't seem to be the not lead magnet, but it's not the in. This thing that we have that we can offer is lead generation. Get the leads in, prove that, and then add the AI implementation on top just to plug the bucket. Make sure everyone who fills in the form is dealt with properly. So yeah, no, it's definitely an interesting time now as we start the business and scale the business. It's that one for us. Obviously, we want to do it for other business, the lead generation. We're just making sure the people that we're speaking to, the in is right, the marketing angle is right. And then once we get into and jump on a call with people, there's so much advice and tools that we have that we can offer them. It's just initially getting them on a call, isn't it? Same as all businesses, really. It's just initially, find out what that is.
So to generate leads at the moment, we've done a few things. Say we've gone into Facebook, into the groups that are local, like business networking groups, and then posted, give our agent a call. Somebody called it last night. And we've also had ran some ads against it. We've got organic posts going out. Eventually something's going to start driving
Something
the
will
leads.
click. Yeah.
Something will just work.
Yeah. It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be launch one ad. If it was too easy, everyone would do it. It's meant to be difficult. You're meant to find the angle. You're meant to find who's the target audience, and then figure that out. That's the fun bit. That's where we're at right now. So you've got all the skills and the offer, but even we're figuring out the offer, really, aren't we? Because we need to figure out what it is that gets us on the call, and then figure out what that offer is when that solution that happens more and more.
Yeah, well, after our conversation with the dealership, that led me to start cold DMing people that have got the cars available. Because what happens here with marketplaces, your dealers, they have their car products all over Facebook Marketplace because they're trying to sell through their contact list, but also new contacts. So by doing that, I've just been DMing them saying,
Yeah.
would you be interested in this? What does it seem to you? And we'll see if we get any nibbles at
Yeah.
that.
Well, like we're saying, so you obviously bought the Mac Mini.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually not on the list. So Adam did actually buy a Mac Mini initially to I think go and do all the research and find some good cars because he was on his phone all day looking at cars. So I think he bought it for that. But
I was there at night and we just had a really big day. My mind just was racing. I thought, how can I make this more efficient? The work that we're doing, the leads we're generating, but also in general life. And I thought, do you know what? I did more research into the OpenClaw stuff, and then the Mac Minis here, they were pretty inexpensive, and it came the next day, or the day after, as 2 a.m. purchase.
yeah,
Message you like, just to let you know this is coming.
they still need to plug that in really because that would be actually really great. Like you said, to give it a Facebook profile, give it $50 a day on a Wise card or a debit card, give it instructions, and see what it can do. Very interested to do that.
But it's amazing how quickly your time gets when you've got all this big list of tasks to do, how you're just trying to figure out where do I delegate my time? Because obviously the goal is really just to try and get people starting to use the product that we've created. And then it's trying to be like, right, where do we put our time into the lead generation? Is it pushing it this way? What's the angle that we focus on? And we're getting there. And it's amazing that I realized we've only been doing this since the last podcast, it's been a week.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, we should be way further ahead. But
Cool.
realistically, in 7 days.
Well, the thing is, we've both had successful businesses, or we've done well. So kind of your expectation is against that. But starting from afresh, starting with a new business partner, starting a new industry, it's kind of similar, but just trying to figure out what that new offer is, all those bits and pieces takes a bit of time. It takes to craft it properly, and put good structures together to scale it long term. It takes a bit of time to do that, doesn't it? So we're
Yeah.
kind of just in the figuring out stage, which has to be done. And there's many things that come alongside with that. Are you doing it the right way? Are you even smart enough to figure it out? There's so many things that come alongside with starting a new business from afresh, because there's so many what ifs.
Yeah, I think one of the fun things for me is the fact we're doing these podcasts weekly, and then in a few months, would love to look back at this point and be like, we were figuring it out and we managed to find the thing that popped.
Yeah.
There's some other stuff I've noticed that I've been posting organically just on TikTok, and small little snippets of what we're up to in the day. I think even when I was going through the car insurance stuff, just posting that out, and that's gaining a lot of organic traction, which is great, because I want to use the short forms as the thing that brings people to the long form, and then the long form is the thing that brings people into our network, so they actually get to see what we're up to. The people that find it interesting, it's going to be for them.
Yeah.
But there is, again, just being a customer going through the car insurance process, wow, how much opportunity there is for people to do, again, the speed to lead thing.
I know.
I called up different companies, and there's only one that's actually picked up the phone and spoken to me.
Yeah.
And then one of the ones, I actually physically went in the door and spoke to them, and her face when I said, I'm looking for some car insurance, she went, what? Yeah, you'd have thought I'd asked her, can you give me like $5,000 from the till or something? She was like, ooh. I was like, well, what do you mean? She said, oh, yeah. How quickly do you need it? And I thought, today, if you can, if I need it. And she said, no, it's probably going to be like a week.
What?
Yeah. And I just said, what? For car insurance? At home, I'd just pick up the phone,
Of course.
go compare the market, and I've got my car insurance quote, and bang, it's in front of me. I don't have to wait a week to you to process
I know.
quote.
Yeah.
Crazy. Absolutely. That blew my mind. But that, even me having a little short form snippet of that just went, I was like, okay, people just like to understand what the hell's going on.
Yeah, it does seem to work well. I should probably maybe look to, me and social media. It's not really my thing.
Yeah. But already,
I'm on the podcast. I'm here.
Yeah, it's good. So we've also done our networking in Calgary. That was good.
Yeah,
Went to
it
one of
was
those
really good.
events. So networking in Calgary was done. Me and you kind of like not stormed the room, but it's nice how we've got different social angles. I'm quite the social butterfly, happy to jump through different people, and then when I turn around, you've met some other people. So for us, being in the same room and being able to meet different people, and there was that guy that said he wanted to catch up for a coffee.
Yeah, no, one of the guys has messaged, finance guy messaged, there's another AI guy he has a message. I can give him a shout, actually. Yeah, some nice people. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. We do socialize in different ways. You're drawn to it, where I feel like I'm forced into it, but then once I'm in it, I'm okay.
Yeah, social Robbie comes out. Well, I turned around, you were there having a good time. I thought, he was resisting this.
Yeah. I think inside I'm an introvert. I don't know what I am, actually.
I think you're introverted, but you're still comfortable being around people and having a chat.
Yeah.
Like, people energize me, whereas I think for you, it's like a good opportunity to speak to them and you really enjoy the conversation, but then afterwards you need some time to just...
Yeah, I can feel people sucking the energy out of me if they're not giving much. So I kind of leave those conversations pretty quick.
Yeah, I love your cut off. It's just, I look over you, they're like, I'm like, time for Robbie to go.
Time to go.
It's all good. It works. It's a great dynamic, man. But so overall, we've essentially saying that we are finding that the AI system may not be the main driver at the moment. It seems to be people want something else.
Yeah.
And then it's the whole give them what they want, give them what they need.
Yeah,
situation.
it really is. It really is. And I think, like you said, everyone wants lead gen. So if we can get in with a lead gen, which is what we know, paid, organic, then implement the AI rather than going to AI, then ease it in.
It seems to be the case at the moment. Obviously, things might change.
Sure.
But we'll see and keep everyone updated with how it goes and what we find. But I think pretty much that sums up 7 days.
Yeah.
That's mad, isn't
Early
it?
morning gym sessions, walks, working, eating. That's literally it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's crazy. So super interested to see what the next 7 days kind of bring us, and then we can update everyone again, see how we are. Because we've got actually one lead that we're trying to talk to at the moment. They've got
Mm-hmm.
concrete business.
Yeah.
Found us through one of the Facebook posts that we've put
Yeah.
out. So it'd be interesting because he would be perfect. He's actually said that he gets roughly about 5 calls a day that he wants to be covered, but also he's going to start running Facebook ads. And
Yeah.
then that's where, especially in the busy season, I think when it starts to warm up in this area,
Getting there now.
that's it. Get ahead of the game. If you're going to need
Yeah.
that and you know your business is coming, you want to get that prepped. I mean, obviously, it doesn't,
Yeah.
for our skills and abilities, it doesn't take us long
But-
to do it, but
Sure. There's actually an interesting angle there talking about it. One, if there is some kind of ad or something where you can run do you run a summer business? Are you getting ready for summer? Are there some systems you want to implement beforehand? Could be an interesting angle potentially. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of Canada businesses in Canada that are seasonal.
Yeah.
You know, the winter to the summer is just so different.
Yeah. So, like we said and mentioned this morning, potentially even just to start the ball rolling even more is getting those local businesses that are around here, because your SEO skills are just phenomenal. And being able to get a website to number 1 is one of the things that you specialize in.
Sure.
So I definitely think for a local business, that's opportunistic.
But the good thing with the local businesses, one, there's not that much competition. 2, most people don't pay for a professional to do SEO. So most times you go and look at it, it's like you're just taking candy from a baby most of the time. It's actually not, it's not much competition. And if there is much competition, you just make sure the pages are ranked, optimized better, and then you just make sure you got more backlinks than the competitor. And slowly that will take effect.
Yeah. And 2 things that we mentioned, talked about to note before we end, is that we've booked in for a startup networking on Tuesday.
Have we?
I have. Okay, I booked us in.
I guess so.
Yeah, you're going. Another social Robbie coming out, man. And then we've got, we spoke about potentially, we can speak to some of the organisers, how they set up their events. And I think we could probably just do a free social media thing where
Yep.
we can teach people how to run it, what to do if they wanted to get to the top of Google. Because obviously, I
Yeah.
think some people think this is really easy to do and they'll try and go off and do it,
Course.
realise they get to that pit of despair where actually it's super hard to be good at what, you know, it needs experience.
Of course, everything is easy and difficult at the same time if you put enough time into it.
So I think these are some other things that we'll see how they go also. So yeah, I think it's been a good week, mate, and let's keep every week just stronger and stronger. Let's do this.
Look at that bicep. Look at that bicep.
Oh, mate, I'll tell you what, I've been popping on their muscles.
Pop it like it's hot. Uh-huh.
But yeah, mate. So let's see what happens next week.
Have a great week.